Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now in today's video, going to be using the new trader Meliodas alongside a unit that I'm actually a fairly big fan of, and that would be the REM. Ever since her release, it's kind of like, honestly, she's a really good unit on paper, and even in play she's real good. She isn't those super meta game breaking, like she isn't like a must have for any team, but she's still an extremely strong unit. If you guys don't know what she does, her first card here inflicts amplified damage equal to 450% of attack on one enemy. The second card inflicts damage equal to 325% of attack on all enemies, decreases ultimate move damage by 50% for 2 turns, then blocks ultimate move effects. Really unique card. I don't think we've actually had any other characters with this AoE card, from memory at least. The ultimate here inflicts shatter damage equal to 462% of attack on all enemies, and last but not least, for each orb filled in the ultimate move gauge, when the hero increases rank, uses or moves a skill, increase attack related stats by 5% for 3 turns, up to 5 times. If there are 5 or more ultimate move gauge orbs, recovers 30% of their HP. So passive really works well with the fact that she has the Amplify card, and her and Meliodas both having the Amplify cards, I figured we could run a pretty fun team with them. I recently went ahead, right before the recording actually, and gave her an attack UR set. Granted, the rolls aren't the best, but at least it's something. And jumping over to the closet, we have just all of them purchased, not invested into, unfortunately. But yeah, using her alongside Kyo, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to go with. I just figured Kyo's such a good all-around unit nowadays. We'll just chuck him in the front and Zeldris in the back. So yeah, jumping over to Meliodas here, if you guys don't know what he does. His first card here, of course, inflicts amplified damage equal to 450% of attack on one enemy. The second card inflicts pierce damage equal to 250% of attack on all enemies. The ultimate removes buffs and stances from all enemies, then decreases all stats by 15% for 2 turns, inflicts cleave damage which does not result in a critical strike equal to 468%, and then onto the passive, every time ally uses a single target skill, all heroes' stats are increased by 6% for 3 turns, stacking up to 5 times. If 2 or more single target skills are used in a single turn, allies' damage taken is decreased by 8%, stacking up to 40%. Jumping over to the ultimate here, we have him 3-6. Jumping over to the equipment, maxed out, pretty much 15% attack and crit rolls, and then his cosmetics are completely maxed out. So yeah, haven't tried this game off Temra yet. Really interested in seeing what we get with it, and let's jump right into it. And honestly, making Rem the UR gear is something I should have done a long time ago. The only reason I actually thought of doing it now is because, hey, look, I had so many UR upgrade materials from all of the tariff trials and whatnot that we've had released. What do I want to go for? Let's go 1, 2, and I mean, we might as well throw out the AoE whilst we have it. Yes, so I pretty much like 200 UR stones, and I'm not really going to use them on anyone else. Pretty much all the main characters I've made UR gear sets for, and even certain characters that require both. Certain characters that'll have lots of variations like Meliodas, I already have both sets for, so went ahead and did that. I made the melee one ages ago, and yeah, it's something, honestly, yeah, I should have done it ages ago. Same with the Kyo one. It took me absolutely ages to like go ahead and actually make him a HP defense set. Something else I also regret playing way ago. I don't know why I ever made him the attack crit set to begin with, but let's see. Cleansing off the ignites. Margaret is honestly probably one of the better units to actually counter Kyo. Shouldn't do an awful lot of damage with that there. Shame as well because we don't have a crazy amount of actual like single target cards or any melee cards at all for that reason. Let's see, we'll go 1, 2, and 3. Rush the Kyo ultimate. We also have this card in case we ever want to block skill effects. Why is that grayed out? Do I have a debuff on me or something? Hold on. Okay, yeah, no, I don't know why that was grayed out. Then blocks ultimate move effects. So yeah, like I said at the beginning, I don't really think we've had this card on any other characters, but it is honestly a super fun effect. I'd really like to see more people use Rem in PvP. I know her being like a collaboration character, not everyone would have summoned. Especially, I do believe she actually came out at a time where I think we had back-to-back collabs. Yeah, it was that and then Stranger Things, and I think around that time as well, we also had a festival release, so absolute just mayhem. Let's go ahead and go 1, 2, and 3. That should just about finish off everyone there. Hoping that one can kill the Gotha on the right. Oh, I didn't even think about the fact that I revived there. Honestly, not too bad of damage. I wish we had thrown out another AoE instead. Could have finished everyone off. 350,000 from melee. Built up a couple buffs on him as well, which is pretty good. Gotha ultimate won't really do any damage. Shouldn't have to worry about it. And also gonna have another chance to get more Gotha dupes for the Halloween Gotha within the next couple of weeks, we actually had patch notes released on the JP version, which I'll talk about in the next match. Pretty long loading time on this one, and yeah, like I was saying, we've recently had patch notes for the JP version, getting a new character as well, which was 100% not what we expected. Everyone was pretty much expecting and betting on us getting a light type Elizabeth, which I honestly thought it was a little bit strange we'd have dark type and then the very next week, or in the very next fortnight at least, have a light type character release. But we are getting a green Sariel, and it's not the Sariel we have at the moment, unfortunately. It is a new name Sariel, so we are gonna have to go ahead and buy all the costumes again. We just got absolutely mobbed there. That's unfortunate to say the least. But yeah, no, new name Sariel, which I don't know why they did it. They definitely could have passed off with this one just being a skin of the regular one. Ooh, actually getting these two to merge right here. Should be able to get some nice damage off on King. It is type disadvantage though, which, surely we can still deal with those two there. But yeah, if you guys watch the series, it's the Sariel with the yellow here. Evasion fruit as well. Should have thought about that. Yeah, no, Sariel with the yellow hair. It is the younger version as well. It definitely, I don't know. I was so disappointed when I saw what actual Sariel they were doing, because there is a slightly older version of the Sariel that they're doing. And I would have been fine with them giving us a new name Sariel if they had have given us the better version. There are some defining features, if you know what I mean, that would, are much preferable on the other version of Sariel, the older one. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. There's not much we can do about it. The Sariel doesn't look super interesting on paper. It doesn't look like an awfully offensive unit. It does look like it's kind of just it honestly looks like what they've done with Excalibur Arthur, which I feel like most people are saying. It pretty much just looks like a support for a new Archangel unit, which, I mean, yeah, everyone was guessing Mael. Honestly, I'd like to believe this whole light type Elizabeth thing is just to cover up them going to release a Mael. I don't want to see a light type Elizabeth. I feel like I've said that a million times now. But hey, new Sariel should be interesting. A new Grace as well, which we get to try out, which honestly, I'm such a big fan of the Grace mechanic. I wish the commandments were a little bit more interesting. Granted, they did come out fairly early in the game, so it's understanding that they didn't make them super powerful. But yeah, having a new Grace to play around with and chuck on your characters, real nice. Obviously, you do want to 6-6 them obviously being an association all the time, but it is what it is. The banner actually looks really nice as well. We do actually have the Halloween Gotha and Halloween DN in there as well as unfeatured units, so the rate's going to be pretty low. With all of our luck, you're most likely going to pull, festival banners come out. You never end up playing the festival anyway, so who knows, you might be able to get a couple dupes of Halloween Gotha and Halloween DN if you haven't got them. Honestly, the Halloween DN is such a slept-on character. Honestly, easily in my top picks for Hasvalga. Like, it is such an important character. Chucking out the single target on Kia. I hope that doesn't kill. That way we can... Actually, I probably could have used the Zeldra single target instead. Yeah, I really wanted to see the ultimate damage. Oh, look, there we go. We get the 4-foot. And alongside the two Halloween units, we are also getting Brunhold in the banner, which is, yes, another character who's really good for the Hasvalga raid. But honestly, Brunhold is just by far one of my favorite characters in the game. It's unfortunate that they restricted her passive only to PvE. Granted, if you guys saw the showcase I did for her in PvP, she's still absolutely clapped up. Like, she doesn't really need the passive at all to show off. Maybe nowadays there's been a little bit of power creep. She mightn't shine as hard as she did back then, but like, still super fun unit. Killing the Kira, I mean, it makes sense. He's certainly annoying, especially if you end up going second. Can I kill Melly right off the bat here? That's the thing as well, as like, the second Meliodas loses some of his support. I kind of noticed this when I did, not yesterday's showcase, but the day before. He loses so much damage, whether that's him losing his Kyo in the front, the Death Pierce, the Ladociel, anything along those lines, and him not critting as well is also like a huge factor in his damage. But I mean, look at that. We still almost wiped Meliodas out in one turn, which is not too bad. He has type advantage against everything. There's not much you can complain about. That, however, is really nice. I feel like the Meliodas is going to get quite a bit of lifesteal if he throws out any attacks. We should be able to get a full ult gauge single target off though, which is the main thing here. I feel like we haven't shown REM off an awful lot throughout these first couple matches, so try and get a bit more out of her in this next one. I might end up actually changing the Kyo to a Gotha. That way if we can get the 3-star Amplify card off with her, I feel like that'd be real nice to see. Having the melee die as well there. Look at that, yeah, just straight to full HP. It is so absurd how good he is at doing that. We'll go 1. Gosh, is there anything I can do to bring this back? 2, and oh, I thought I had a 3rd card. Damn, I mean, I straight up threw that one there. That's so embarrassing, oh my god. I mean, if we survive, we can see an ultimate along with a single target. Chances of that, though, yeah, with Eskin Melee in the front, that's not going to happen. But no, if you guys do have any team suggestions or even video suggestions on just stuff you'd like to see, by all means, let me know in the comments section down below. Love to give them a try, and really would have liked the extra Ignite to have gone on King there. Just to play it safe, I think I'm just going to go for the 2 separate single target cards just to build up Meliodas just as much as possible. Honestly, even without like a crazy amount of buffs, yeah, she's still really impressive. That's type disadvantage as well. God damn him. When melee crits, it is just insane. I still can't get over just how strong that single target card is. I find just him having the OP single target card, although he is just as good as Festival King, it's up to you who you want to think's better. I would personally like to believe Meliodas is just way more fun. I don't know, there's something about him. Let's see, going for the full rank a bit. I mean, going second with Lados, Jesus, that was something. Okay, we are getting rid of Lados, y'all. Throwing out the AoE there, that should pretty much finish off everyone. I might actually chuck this out into Zeldris first, just to build up another stack of the passive. That should just wrap up this match as well. Onto our final opponent. Oh my god, yeah. That's crazy. I was hoping we get to see the Pierce card actually hit everyone. Kill Zeldris in one hit? Ah, damn. If we would have got the second crit there, that would have been an easy wipe. And personally, I just think Rem's just such a fun character. Such a well-built character as well. So self-sufficient with like the passive and having the Amplify card. They work perfectly together. Getting the extra ignites on Meliodas there is perfect. We can get rid of him right off the bat. Please give me some extra Rem cards in the next turn. You see, she does really good damage, and like, if she had slightly better substats, or if maybe you're running like a Death Pierce in the back or something, the second you start getting her to crit as well, the boost in damage is obscene. It's kind of like what you get with Meliodas. The cards, when they don't crit, are still super strong and they're amazing, easily get the job done. But when they crit, it's just something else. In all of our like original showcases where we didn't have characters like Barn, who just had the most insane crit resistance ever, getting quite a few crits, it's really impressive. I might actually see... Yeah, granted, she's no tank, that's for sure. I mean, that was an Escanor level 3, so credit where credit's due. We'll chuck this... Actually... Let's see what we can get on Gotha. I pretty much know we're not going to crit here. We'll throw out the AoE. Please don't kill. Okay, yeah, perfect. Nowhere near as much damage. 140,000. Okay. I don't know, I want to be able to make this unit do so much better than they're doing, but it's just not happening. The rolls are a little, they're like 13%. I think they were 13% rolls on the attack pieces, so could be a little bad. If you really want to make them as strong as possible, giving them full crit damage rolls, or even like one piece having full crit damage and the other one having attack, would probably be the best way to build them. I don't know, the loss, I'm not too big a fan of the loss of CC. The only kind of units I do that for was, I think it was actually Barn, giving him the crit chance and crit damage rolls, because giving him attack doesn't really give him anything other than CC. We will actually tank the Gotha ultimate to the face. I don't really care too much about it. It doesn't do any damage. And that's gonna kill, isn't it? Yeah, that's alright. It's whatever. Let's wrap up the video. There we go, and that just about does it for today's show camps. I mean, hey, the Rem, I do reckon she did really good. Probably a little bit better than what we saw Rugal do. I don't know. Rugal is mainly built for countering King teams, and in that video, we didn't really see an awful lot of King. Granted, I was also using Pierce Food, which, if you were to use that team, Dodge Food would probably be your best bet. Then CC Food and Pierce is probably worse. I was hoping for some really high numbers, which we definitely got, and I was super happy with how he went. I don't know, I would probably say the best teams I've seen for this Trader Meliodas, either alongside like the basic Kyo, Helming, Gotha, Meliodas. He also works insanely well with Ladosia. I feel like this is probably the best kind of, you know, showcase from Ladosia we've seen with another unit in a while. And other than that, he also did really well with the Jack of Light Gotha and the Truth Seeker Mel, which is a super toxic team. I know you just have full disable with those two, and then Meliodas doing the crazy damage, which he's so well known for doing. But I don't know, it's up to you, whatever you want. If you guys have Rem built, would highly recommend giving this one a shot. But that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.